So welcome back to another Gacha React, and this time we got the Gacha DG2 talking about the best time to quit Honkai Star Rail. So as you already may know, I also made some similar to this about quitting Honkai Star Rail. I'm pretty sure everybody's burned out of Honkai Star Rail, and I'm pretty sure Box too like making a comment saying he regret burning out at the worst time because oh guys, Dan Hung 5-star is free. Limited 5-star free again. I'm gonna get power crab in the next 2 patch. Wow, so insane. And pay to win endgame. I literally just found out that endgame you need to clear all the 3 endgame just I expected. So new players or free play cannot play the new endgame unless you pull or whale and also pull the Lycon and also the characters. So anyways, let's see what the Gacha DG2 talk about this. So take it away, Gacha DG.
It's time to admit it. HSR has fallen off.
in a major way.
Sorry, I don't know what happened with my voice.
I think Honkai Star Rail fell off as soon as my interest on Honkai Star Rail fell off, maybe around Sunday. I think around Sunday patch my interest rate of Honkai Star is like go down because everybody's getting power crab. You know, nobody use breaks anymore. Like first of all, it's like Akron. Then we got super break. Now we get remembrance. And right now and super break is unusable. Akron is unusable. You have to pull all the new stuff in order to play the game. So I'd be like, wow. So what happened to my super break, my fireflies and my rapper that I literally built to maximum and I cannot clear it. So that's why I lose interest.
Speaking out about being burnt out, I just wanted to say,
Yeah,
imagine
Box too.
being burnt out and you've only played gacha for 2 years. I've been playing since I was like 10 and I'm still not burnt out. I also have 24 gacha games in rotation every day. Sounds like Box needs to learn some time management. Okay, so for everyone who didn't realize that I was joking just now and is typing me an essay, just go ahead and send it anyway. You might think I blindly hate Honkai Star Rail, but I actually intended to play this game long after I quit every other gacha because of how easy it is to play. Turn-based games are very convenient because you don't have to actually have good reaction time when you play them. So HSR would have to be almost intentionally sabotaging themselves in order for me to step away. They've done a little more than just sabotage.
Oh my god. There is no way they show the fake collab. The fake collab has to be the worst collab ever. There's no voice and you don't get English voice doing the fake collab. You have to wait for 1 patch in order to get the fake collab voice actor. This is so bad. Anyways, yeah, I agree. Because Honkai Star is a turn-based game, you mostly focus. Okay, first of all, when first turn-based game, I'm not a huge fan of turn-based game. Like legit, I'm not a huge fan until Honkai Star. Like Honkai Star is I think could say my first turn-based game or like my first hook of turn-based game. Like it's fun. You have to think what character you use or what you do with this boss or how I fight against this boss. Then after Akron came, yeah, just put the new characters and the new Lycon. You win anyways with auto fight. That's it.
I actually started feeling burnt out of Star Rail as early as 2.5, and that sucks because 2.5 was a pretty hype patch. If you remember, we had the release of Fei Xiao, who was being hyped up to be better than Acheron in single target. You had Robin getting one of the fastest reruns of all time, and a 4-star finally getting released.
You know what's worse? That is the last 4-star that we ever got. That's the latest one, 2.5, and right now it's 3.6. So literally a year of no 4 stars. Let's go.
The first major red flag that came from this was before 2.5 even made its debut. During this time, you may have heard around the grapevine that there wasn't just 1 rerun, not 2, but 3 reruns at the same time. I remember looking back on this and I was coping. I thought that there was no way that HSR would actually do something like this. Obviously, if you look at some of the things they're doing right now, then a triple rerun is the least of your worries. But at the time, I definitely should have seen that as enough proof that this dev team was just looking for profit. So whatever. The character banner having 3 reruns on it does benefit some people. So how about the unit balancing? This is probably the only thing.
Yeah, I think the 3 banner is basically for a cash grab. And you know what's worse? Both, like, you need 3 of those banners, like literally those 3 people that come in the banner at the same time. It's like the best slot for the team. So you need to pull 3 of them to make a best team. So better swipe up.
Even the HSR community can come together to agree upon. That is probably the worst aspect of this game. You could say that it started with Acheron being stronger than every other unit by a mile on her release. Star Rail's sister games have these trademark characters.
Yeah, but right now she's so trash, bro. Nobody uses her anymore.
Too, like Maabi and ZZZ, and the honorary son of Caledon in Genshin Impact. Although I'd argue that the bigger problem with Acheron came with her boyfriend. Here we have a completely irrelevant fox that most people would forget about if he wasn't attached to Acheron, and basically has 0 use case outside of her. You can tell me he can be used in other teams, and of course he can, but it's hard to justify him over any other support who has better utility. This guy is the most obvious industry plant in HSR, and Genshin Impact made their take on this too. Isn't that great? Skirk needs Escoffier.
True. Like, legit, that fox, I never see people use that fox other than Acheron team. Like, I think he's like still the best slot for Acheron team, but Acheron team's like getting power grab already. So that unit is trash. So I legit, when I see a character that I don't like, I just skip. I don't care about like the best in slot or anything.
Oh, and so does Ayaka. They made it.
Oh yeah, I'm a Scoffia, the go around Z. Basically similar to that fox. It's literally just a sub DPS that makes the other like DPS like better, like break the HP scaling. So break the damage scaling. So you need her or him in order to do that big damage. If not, your PP damage.
2 for 1 there. On the other hand, Castris is being shielded even harder, being given a global passive, which made a good chunk of the player base quit, and rightfully so, because even the idea of this is disgusting. Even as someone who wanted Castris and planned on getting her as soon as we got that 3.0 teaser, whenever I started hearing the rumors about a global passive, I learned my lesson from the triple rerun situation and already knew it was going to be true. Oh, and I almost forgot, since I'm talking about good old Cassie, Hoyo is requiring me to give her a special intro before I get into it.
What?
Is there even a character?
I think to me that intro skill is, I don't know if it's either, I think people say it's predatory, but I think it's a good change because I like seeing that, but I don't like when you first open the game. Okay, I think I understand why people hate it now. I don't think people hate about the intro skill. I think people hate it because the first thing that you open the game up is the intro skill, and go warp, go pull, go swipe right now, like right now. You don't care about the event or the story. Just pull the characters right now. I think that's also a turning point, and also. Yeah, I think the global passive is like too broken. Like people say that get better, get good, or whatever, or maybe like, oh, Second Life is not that big or a really power creep issue, but it is. The boss right now, they one bang, like everybody's doing one bang, and the most part that triggered me the most is. You don't have to put Castris in the team. If Castris, like, okay, maybe in Castris team, and if Castris in the team, the global passive triggered, I say, okay, that's fine. I don't see a problem. But you don't have to put Castris in the team and you still get it. So basically, you just pull Castris and keep, like, bench her, like, keep her on the side, and you still get the global passive. I'm like, bro, that is just, like, pure greedy stuff. Why not do something like a system? A system, maybe like most people said, just add a system buff or like global buff, not like trap inside or sell for characters, just in general, so free play can do it too. But Honkai Star be like, nah, that way need a second yacht. I mean his fifth yacht. Right now he's not. Right now he's getting his 10 already because of Skirk or or whatever in Genshin is, or Finn or Llama. Yeah, we need 20 more.
That gets glazed more than her at this point. They were glazing casters before we even knew anything about her. And now in the present day, we're apparently still getting supports for her premium team. But I'm not going to speak much on that because I haven't even bothered to play very much. For me, the thing that really turned me off of Star Rail was the constant pressure to pull eidolons to make characters perform for long periods of time. What if I wanted Aglaia? Oh, well, you got to get that light cone. Oh, well, you got to get that E1 too. Should I get their emotional support animal too? I don't know how you expect me to get all of that with 80 pulls per patch. But all right, next.
Okay, that's true. So you got 80 pull per patch. Everybody like, oh, that's good, right? You can get a guaranteed 5-star. Well, think about this. There's a 50-50 system in there. And if you didn't get a character, the new limited character, you cannot clear the end game. Like zero chance getting clearing the end game unless you put in new characters. And also with the Lycon also to make the gameplay much more smoother. And also think about Final. You guys say, okay, I pull for Final. I use my older 5-star like Bronya or Sparkle or Ho. That's good, right? Fuck no! You need fucking Sunday. You need Sunday.
Time I'll save for 5 years in advance and predict when my favorite character comes out with the star patterns. And when your storytelling looks like this, usually the only thing to do is play endgame as a late game player. You can't talk about.
Oh yeah, the story. I think the story also trip people out. The stories just go down bad. I think my latest focus story of them all is 2.3. I think my focus of story, like actually reading, is 2.3. I love Firefly, but I never did her main story. I think Firefly is my second favorite. My favorite one is Kafka. So I didn't do Firefly because too much yapping and the story dialogue is just like mid. And also like after 2.4, like there's no main anymore because the main story just end in 2.3 of Sunday, like clearing everyone, and the Sunday story just like a bunch of fillers. And right now MS4 like 3.x is a Jab Fest, 6 hours or 8 hours or 10 hours. I think the first one, the introduction of Amorphia, I cannot pronounce that. I think that took like me like eight live stream. It took me 8 live stream. And each live stream was like 1 hour or 2 hours. So total maybe about 9 or 10 hours. Just an introduction, a bunch of Jab Fest. And right now, people still saying glazing about the lore. If the lore is like really good and the storytelling is really good, I would do it. But the story is so bad. To me, if the storytelling is bad, I don't care about the lore. I don't care about what good flavor at the end is. I don't care. If the storytelling is bad, I'm not sitting like, oh, I'm gonna sit here for 6 hours until I see a really like I see like 2 minutes of cutscene. 2 minutes of cutscene or 10 minutes of cutscene, total of 8 hours of stories. 8 hours of story just to get 10 minutes and including the boss animation too. I'm not doing that shit, bro.
HSR in 2025 without mentioning how bad the Fate collab was. They made y'all wait a year for a complete.
Or that thing was dog shit. Like Lancer. Like, why is Lancer even there anyways?
Nothing burger. So it's only right to let them know how bad it was for.
Listen this. Lancer's gonna come in the next year. FOMO. You know what Honkai Star Rail is good at? FOMO. You know why I say that? Do you see the latest live stream? Do you see how they drip marketing about the permanent end game, like permanent mode at the end? You'll be like, oh guys, you're getting a new mode, but not this patch. You have to wait for a new patch. Just like how they did with the end game, just how they did with the new permanent game mode, and what they're gonna do next. Hey guys, I see you guys want some new five star, right? Over, let's see. Next year, I'm planning to release 2 more free 5 stars. So you have to predict and think when it's gonna be. Pretty sure it's gonna be in the later patch. So you gonna stick through it. If you quit, you're gonna feel so bad of quitting. So do not quit. Just play. Just play. Just play, guys. Play. Play. Give me the yarn. Get the bitch ass out here.
The next year. If the author really gave the okay for this story, it's hard for me to believe that Fate was actually good. Imagine being someone who's never watched Fate and HSR's storytelling is your introduction to it. Put a skip button on every single bit of dialogue in the game if your story is going to be longer than 4 hours at a time. Because if you don't like the story, it's irritating to sit there and watch these characters that I don't care about do the same 1 or 2 animations for 3 hours straight and then finally get to a 3-minute cinematic cutscene after all that time. It doesn't make anything better that the ending of Penacony was pretty dog shit. You had Ting Yun being shoved in your face because they had to...
Well, I think that has to be the worst main story ever. I think that has to be the worst one. Or maybe you could say the rapper monkey one. But to me, I think that's the worst one. Because I literally had to do that for 2 hours. I'm watching Sunday, and the main final boss is Sunday himself. That we just see in 2.3. They just reused the boss again.
Sell her as a character. Then there was the fact that if you're playing the game in English, it was a...
And to me, like what's the point of bringing Ting Yun back? That is like the most confusing part about it. Like, why do you bring Ting Yun back? Ting Yun already dead, and if she revived, it should be on 1.x, not 2.x, because we're in Penacony, and we all know the traditional of Honkai Star Rail. We need 2 limited 5-star every patch. So Sunday is the last one because I love adding FOMO. Honkai Star Rail love FOMO. We like, oh, you want to prove for Sunday, right? Well, guess what? You have to wait for 2.8 in order to get Sunday. And also, I need a super break team, and yeah, right there. But right now, super break is trash.
A visual novel because there was barely any VAs, so that was awesome. I remember Genshin had the same situation in Natlan, and I could care less about Amphorius because if you need 10 hours to tell a story, then who cares? So you can let me know if that was any good. For those of us still playing this amazing product, here we are. All of us HSR players who are still investing thousands of dollars into this game. This is where investment is going.
That is literally true. That's so
Honkai
true.
Nexus Pokemon is actually looking...
That is so true. They have gonna they milk ZZZ the fuck out. They milk Honkai Star the fuck out. They milk Genshin the fuck out to create a TCG, a new TCG of Honkai Star, a new TCG. UGC of Genshin, and a new game. And we just left our ZZZ in the bucket.
Not that bad. And wait, what the hell is this? Yeah, you are definitely the target audience for this game. Don't get me wrong. I'm still probably gonna play this whenever it comes out because we all know by now that Hoyo games are only very good in their first year of development and we can't turn back time, so let's just play this until 1, the devs go radio silent on us and start ignoring all of our complaints, or 2, Game Freak sues Hoyo into oblivion and
True. Everything he said is so true. You know, just look at Honkai Star Rail. 1.x, really good. 2.x, starting to go down here. 3.x, just dog shit. ZZZ, 1.x, really good. 2.x, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is Miasma? Genshin, I think Genshin is good until maybe Sumeru, because since I quit at Sumeru, so I'm not gonna tell you, but or maybe convince you saying it's bad, but I quit at Sumeru, so it means bad.
we get 2 of the greediest companies on earth going at each other. Also, if you like Blade, you're probably into self-inflicted torture, so you can see him get power crept again if one time wasn't enough. Realistically though, I don't see too many people playing this game outside of the launch because you can see it right now with Zenless. I'd argue that ZZZ is the best quality hoyoverse game right now, and nobody cares because people don't want to play multiple gacha games in the first place. But if you like the
True, I agree. ZZZ. Okay, you guys see me glazing or whatever? I think ZZZ is the best product of hoyoverse right now. Like I really enjoy the end game. I mean the combat. I really enjoy the combat and the characters before 2.x. Except UG1. I think UG1 is good. But before 2.x, damn, that character's booty cheek ass. I must pull like all of them on must pull. But must pull doesn't mean it's a power grab. I mean because the characters like really look so good. But right now, what do we got? Yuzura, fucking child. Alice, a fucking child. We got Seed, a fucking child. Magnus Carlsen and Morphine. What the fuck, poor boy? Look so bad. Like, ew. And what do we got next? Lucia, I think Lucia is okay to me. It's not much more. I could say it's okay. Who's that? Manato. Manato is fucking A rank. The Squid Girl, my most hated characters in ZZ. It's an S rank. Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Honkai franchise, I'm sure they're going to monetize your favorite characters once again through Nexus Anima. So I could see this game maybe.
Yeah, I think the problem is how would they do gacha in this thing? The only thing I can think of how they do gacha in this game is just gatekeeping the characters right here. Gatekeeping this character right here. Now, I think that's the only thing, because you cannot gatekeeping like this. If they gatekeeping like the Pokemon or anything, that's like a whole entire predatory. So you need to pull this Pokemon in order to use this type of it. I don't think so. I think they're gonna do gacha about spinning about the new characters, but just dumb, bro. Just let free play have some game, bro.
So I could see this game maybe having more of a player base than Zenless, but that's enough about the better Honkai game, because I just want you to know it's okay to quit HSR. Don't feel like you're obligated to play because you spent a certain amount of time on it, or you've invested a ton of time into your units. No game is good enough to be played forever. Star Rail has been the pinnacle of awful character balancing, and that may never change. So if you find yourself being forced to get on just to do your dailies, then you don't have to. Okay, this is a fitting one for today. It's time for your gacha jargon word of the day, and I think you'll really like this one. Today's word is power creep, the phenomenon in games where successive updates or releases introduce more powerful characters, items, or abilities, making older content
just like
obsolete by
how we liked
comparison
it,
and leading to a gradual increase in the average power level of the game. So what is the biggest form of power creep you've ever seen in not just gacha, but in any game? Let me know. Thank you for watching this far if you have. If you made it here, you probably look like Gian.
Okay, that's cringe, bro. Anyways, I think, yeah, I think that's hit. Bro, his video is really good. It's really entertaining. I really have enjoyed reacting to this. I'm gonna put out put out the bell, and you guys done a shout out to Gacha DG too. Anyways, this video is a big W's. I really love it and enjoy it. And on the side note, I think I also healings. Guess what? I'm actually healings on quitting Honkai Star Rail. Yes, I'm actually didn't do the dailies. I literally didn't do it. I promise you, I stopped doing it. So I think maybe 2 point. What's the latest patch again? 3.6 or 3.7. I'm going back just to maybe try out the end game, try out some end game, and just go roast and got roast by the power cap issue, and maybe try a couple pull on Evernight and get a free down hung, and just left out because yeah, it just sad. It just sad that Honkai Star used to be like my favorite gacha game of them all because the characters are so good, and it's like phone friendly. The main part is like it. I think Honkai Star is like the most mobile friendly ever because you can play on phone and without any like heating up or anything. You just press this. You don't care about the FPS or anything because it is a turn based game. But right now it's just power crap, and you need to put the light cone and the new characters in order to create an end game. And right now they create an end game for whales only. And so, anyways, that's all for today's videos. What do you guys think about Honkai Star Rail? Are you quitting? Are you still playing? Are you still waiting for the 3.7 new modes? Well, yeah, stick to it. But anyways, that's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you next one. Bye bye.